That's the thing that leads to burnout, is you not holding down the boundaries of your actual calendar. What's up, guys? Welcome to Brand Talk with Rachel and Drew. I'm Rachel. Drew is on a call, so you guys get me all to yourselves today. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to avoid burnout. And burnout is something that you may have found yourself in more times than one. And I certainly have found myself being burnt out multiple times across my career. So I want to share some of the things with you that will kind of be like indicators that you are heading in that direction, because I always want to give you guys as much valuable content as possible and be able to help you identify things before you find yourself stepping in them, swirling in them, or stuck in them. So the first thing that leads to burnout is honestly you like basically having boundaries, but they're not firm. Okay. So it feels like they are, you might say, oh, well, I only work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But really, everyone else knows that, yeah, she works Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but she also takes appointments on Fridays. She also will come in for so-and-so on a Monday. And shit, she might even come in on a Saturday. So that's the thing that leads to burnout, is you not holding down the boundaries of your actual calendar. So if you are still the talent behind the chair and you're also the owner of the business, it's extremely important that you really batch work and you decide, okay, these are the days that I'm doing owner things. These are the days that I'm being the talent. And you really have to hold that down, because if you don't protect your time, who else will? So it's extremely important for you to be able to do that. The second thing that I see that leads to burnout is you basically people pleasing. Okay. So this is kind of a segue from the first one, that it leads to people pleasing. So a lot of times, because we're people pleasing, we are going to go ahead and bend or wiggle or, whatever for this other person. I always tell people, like, if you're people pleasing, and a lot of times this circles back to your pricing too, like you're going to bend for your time, you're going to bend over backwards for your client, you're going to bend over backwards for your team, and you're also going to be discounting people emotionally behind the chair, which all that does is contributes to the idea that you don't have enough time behind the chair to be able to then work inside your business. So the things that I see a lot about emotional discounting is going to be like, well, I've seen this person for so long, and you've kind of grandfathered this person in to this particular price point. And here's the thing. You're going to have clients that are going to move on, and that's totally fine. Like it's like life. Like just like as the leaves change, like you're going to have clients that you're going to outgrow, or maybe they're, you're exceeding their budget now, or their husband lost their job, or whatever the case may be. You're going to have some people that they're coming in, by the way, at their free will, but you're going to have some people who are going to, you're just naturally going to outgrow, and that's okay. Like that person can see somebody else on your team. So it's important for you guys to know that just because that client is not in your actual station chair anymore doesn't mean that client can't be in someone else's chair in the salon anymore. What we don't want is we don't want this client to feel like they have to leave the entire business and go to another salon in town to be able to get serviced, right? Like there are options for them within your space. And a lot of times when I see people kind of quietly depart a salon, it's because they're afraid to tell their stylist that because of the price point that they can't afford them anymore. And they also feel bad, in quote, bad, by going to another stylist in the salon. So they'll choose to go to an entirely different salon. All of that can be avoided by just having transparent, awesome, honest communication with your clients, with your team. And when you do your price increases, as you should be every single year annually, just to keep up with inflation, make sure that you let your clients know, hey, I totally understand, like if this exceeds like your budget, like I'm totally happy to pair you with so-and-so. She's incredible. She actually does my hair. Like that right there is you're giving them permission to see someone else. Also, it's not always price that's going to determine if somebody in your clientele, by the way, your clientele and if that person is also seeing someone else in your salon, that's still your clientele. Okay. Like, please stop viewing, this person who's in so-and-so's chair, that's not your client. If that person is being serviced at your address and they are rendering payment to your company and your company name is on their receipt, that person is a client of your salon. Looks like it to me. So please make sure that you don't like just get caught up in like a stylist mindset where you're just like have the blinders on and you just think about it as like, that's her client. That's my client. This is my client. No, every single person that walks through the door of your salon is your client, period. Whether you service them yourself, you have met them or not, like that person is a client of the salon and that person matters. And that person should feel comfortable being able to explore lots of different price points, lots of different maintenance options with your entire staff. And that's the thing right there that contributes to burnout. And that's what keeps people chained to their chair, is not being okay letting people know, hey, I'm actually going to be, working on the business 2 days out of the week now instead of the one that I've been doing. And so my availability is going to be shrinking a little bit. And I think it'd be a really great fit for you to see Caitlin. I think y'all would hit it off so well. You've already met her. You guys are both moms. You're married. Like, she's hilarious. She does my hair. Like, everything I'm telling you guys right now is entirely true. I've had this same conversation with some of my clients, even in the last few months. I got my hair done on Wednesday. She did an incredible job. Like, I would love this person to maintain what I've created over here with you. So that is number 2. And that is like one of the biggest things that lead to burnout, is you not holding down your time frame boundaries and then you trying to please everyone and your mother. You literally can't. You can't even please your own mom. Okay. So like, stop trying to please this person and her mom and everyone else. The third thing that leads to burnout is you not having any time, again, a time related thing, having any time for your personal life. That's so important, because if you are working behind the chair or whatever in your business, you're just working in general, Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, and then, now you're on the couch on Sunday doing some work, and now before you know it, it's Monday and you're doing it all over again, and you're not having any time for date night, any time for family dinner, any, church activities, sports, etc., hanging outside with your family, enjoying the sunshine, and then you wonder why you're sad, depressed, resentful, anxious, stressed the fuck out. I don't know. It's likely because you haven't been able to have any input. You've been doing all this output to everyone else. And so it's extremely important that you have a variety of things that allow you to get recharged and be able to show up really well for everybody else. The fourth thing I want to share with you guys is your sleep. Okay, I know this sounds ridiculous, but the days of you staying up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning working on your business because it's quiet, maybe the excuse is because everyone's asleep and no one needs you and you're more creative. Okay, I've totally fed myself these same lies. Okay, those days need to be over. There is absolutely no way that communicates professionalism. It doesn't communicate boundaries. It doesn't communicate healthy work-life balance to you, your family, your stylist, your management team. And what that does is it creates a entire ecosystem around you of you being a martyr. Okay, and I can 1000% fall so quickly back into that trap because I lived that life for so many years. It was like a badge of honor of oh my gosh, look at me. Look how hard I'm working. Look at all the work I did till 3 o'clock in the morning. Look at me go. I can tell you it'll impress people, but it will at what cost? Okay. It's going to compromise your relationship. It's going to compromise your health. Before you know it, you're going to gain 40 pounds like I did. You're going to have kids that feel like they never even see your eyeballs. You're just constantly on your phone, you're constantly on the iPad or the computer. And it's going to create unhealthy work-life balance with your management team, your leadership team, your stylist. So again, I've done all the things wrong to be able to tell you guys there's a better way. Okay. There's a better way of doing it. There's a healthier way of doing it. And there's a more balanced way of doing it. So those are the things I want to share with you guys. And I want you guys to slide into my DMs. Let me know which of those things did you feel was a home run for you? Which of those things are the thing that you need to be able to really nip in the butt? And that's likely the thing that any of the things that I just said, I guarantee at least one of them landed. That's going to be your thing. That's going to be your mountain that you're going to have to overcome. And that's the stuff, especially compounding. If you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the things, you're going to wind up burnt out 9 times out of 10 every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm telling you. So it's extremely important that you make this time for yourself. Time block. Like, if you don't manage your calendar, who the hell else will? Like, I have an executive assistant. Drew has an executive assistant. We have a personal assistant. Like, despite all of that, like, we are still responsible for our own calendar. And if something's out of alignment or something, or we're not following the calendar and we're letting this person know, hey, yeah, I know this says that, but go ahead and do this instead. All we're doing is showing this other person who we have employed, put to position to protect our time. We're showing that person that it's okay to not respect our time because we don't respect our time. Okay, so that's something that I really want to instill in you guys to do. And maybe you don't have an EA or a PA, totally fine. Your front desk person, your assistant, you yourself, like, whatever stage of business or life you're in, like, you're going to have to protect your time, because if you don't protect your time, nobody else is going to do it. And then you're going to fall into that burnout cycle and martyrism and all of that other stuff. So anyways, I wanted to keep this episode super short and sweet for you guys. Very actionable, very tactical. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slide into my DMs. Let me know which of the tips that I shared today do you find yourself kind of landing in more often than not. And I'm happy to provide some resources if I have any to be able to kind of help you get through that. Thanks so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.